Hi there, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and we're designandtechtips.com. Bit of great news today. We got 7 free chop designs for Divi 5, absolutely free to download. I'll put this link down below. If you roll on down, there's a table of content. If we hit on the preview, it'll take us down. And here they are. And there's some great little designs there. I downloaded one to test it out. This is what I came up with. Really easy to do, really nice thing to have on your site. And they've done this since they've made that big text upgrade a few iterations ago. So let's show you how it's done. Once you get to this page, pop on down to the table of contents there. You can either go to download 7 chop text designs for Divi 5 or download to free. They'll both take you to the same place, which is down here. Now I'm signed into my account. When you get down here, unless you're signed in, you may have a little email box. Just need to put your email in there. Once you've done that, this button's going to appear. To download the files, just simply left click on it. It'll download them to your default download location. Now once it's downloaded, it's going to download it as a zip file. And if you go to the download, here it is. I've put mine in a separate folder. It's a zip file. And what we're going to need to do is unzip it. So what you need to do is right click. I'm going to extract mine here to the folder that I put it in. And as you can see, once it extracts, it gives 8 little JSON files here. You've got designs 1 through 7. And the last one here is all. If you import this one, it's going to import all 7 designs for you. Great. So how do we get them imported? Very easy. If you go down to your dashboard, what we need to do is go down to Divi and then to the Divi library right there. That'll take you to this page. Here's the one I imported before. Let's trash that and we'll start again. Okay, to import one of these JSON files, we need to go up to the top here to import and export. Left click. It'll open another little window. We want to import, so I'm going to left click on the import tab there. Where it says no file selected is where I'm going to drag the file I actually want to import. So if I pull this little folder back over here, I'll do number 1 again. I'm going to left click on it. I'm going to drag it and I'm going to release it right there. Or you can hit choose files and browse to your downloads that way. Not going to check import the presets because I don't want it overriding my presets. I'm going to go ahead and import Divi builder layouts. And it's very quick. As you can see the check mark there, it'll reload the page for us. And once reloaded, there's our little style chop section 1. If we look over here, it tells us it's a section. It's not a whole page layout, and it's not a row or a module. So we can use it on any existing page, or we can create a new page. Let's go ahead and create a new page, and we'll start from scratch. And we'll give it a name. And of course, use the Divi builder. I'm going to go ahead and build from scratch. By default, it puts in a section at the top here, the blue tab. We're not going to need this, but we're going to add our own section. To add our own, we're going to hit the little blue button there for a section. I want to add it from my library, so I'm going to click on Add from Library. And there it is, Styled Chop Text Section 1. I'm going to left click on that. I'm going to hit Use this section. And there it is, it's thrown it in there. Don't need that empty top section now, so I'm going to delete that. And this is what we've got, which is all well and good, but of course we're going to put our own content in there. That background image is nice, but I want my own in there. And they were using the parallax there, true parallax. Let's check it out on the front end. So we'll save, we'll preview on the front end. And that's what we've got. We've got a nice little parallax image in the background there. My screen recording software might make it look a little glitchy, but that's actually very smooth. We've got a big old title. We've got some content and a call to action button and a little bit of border work going on there. So let's make it our own. Really easy to do. First thing I want to switch out is that background image. I want to put in one of my own. So I'm going to click on the section itself, the blue tab. We'll always find background under content. There it is. As you can see, they've got a background color, they've got a background gradient, they've also got a background image. So I'm going to switch it for one of mine. Now let's use the same one as I used before. It's absolutely fine. Now it's making it look very dark there. It's because we've actually got a gradient as well. And if we look into the gradient, it says place gradient above the image. You can either delete it or you can turn that off to see your original image, decide whether you like it better. I actually quite like it with that gradient there. So I'm going to leave it just as it is. Now they're using the parallax on the image itself there. So if we click back on the image, we can see they're using true parallax. You can turn it off completely by hitting the switch, and it'll just be a regular background image like that. Or we can choose CSS, which is also known as fixed background, and that image will stay exactly where it is. So choose whichever you want. I'm going to leave it on fixed background right there, or CSS parallax. Now, of course, this is not saying what we want it to say. So let's click on this module here. It's a heading module, as we can see here. Under the content, we're going to go into text, put in whatever you want to put in yours. Yes. And of course, you can design it over in design. It's the heading text. They've got it as an H1, which is fine if it's the main heading and title for your page here. Otherwise, you can change it to a 2 or 3, depending on how important that title is. They're using clamp, which is great. It'll make it look great on all sizes here. So we've got a minimum, a preferred, and a maximum size there. Heading color is absolutely fine for me. Of course, they've added a few new features here, like fill type. If you wanted to, you could put a gradient or an image behind there. This is a new addition, as I mentioned. We'll throw something colorful behind there. You get the idea. It's a great little feature. I preferred it just as it was, so that's fine. Now I've got a little line there, which I'd kind of like to turn red more with the color of our cars there on the bottom of our text. Now the reason it's cut off there, they've made the text so big, they're hiding anything that's falling out of it. So if I look back in the heading module here, we look at advanced visibility, it's probably going to be on hidden. It is. If I was to change that to visible and this to visible, you'd see it popping out at the bottom there. So anybody who want to make their own, this is how you can do it. Great. Well, let's do that little line. I think that's in the row. I think that's the bottom border of the row. So click on the green tab for the row. Design. As you can see, we're in the row there. If we go down to borders, yeah, bottom border's highlighted there, as you can see. So let's just change it to a color we want. I'm just going to make it red. And we'll do the same. Doesn't look like that red's quite full opacity there. There we go. Let's pull it all the way up. So we've got a full red. That's more like it. That's what I want. And we've got the same on the bottom here, it looks like. So let's try this row. Perfect. There it is right there. Again, let me get full red on that one. Now it looks like there's a border around this column, but it's not on the front end. It's actually on the right-hand column. It's just a left-hand border right here. To show you, if I just save it and we hit actual preview on the page right here, it's just a single line there. We haven't got the box. So let's exit this preview. Another nice new feature of Divi 5 there. It's the left-hand border on this column, I believe. So if I click on the text and we go back one, we should be in the right column there. Design. Here's the right-hand border, as you can see, or I should say left-hand border. It's highlighted. If we make it that red color, that should work for us. Obviously, change to your personal taste. Great. Now we've got some content here. It's not really what I want. It's okay. You've got a bearing there. So if I click on that one, we're in it. Let's go to the content and change it for our own thing. There's the content. I'm going to select that. Paste in my own. As you can see, it's changed it there. Down below that, we got our body text. Again, I'll switch it out for something of my own. And we've got a button down here. If we click on this, as you can see, we're in the button there. View availability, let's say test drive now. Or obviously, whatever you want to put on yours. And of course, we need to put a link below that, just below here, is where you can put your link to take your visitors where you want to take them. And of course, if you're linking to your own site, open it in a current tab, best practice. If you're linking off-site to somebody else's site, open it in a new tab. That way your site will stay open. Great. Well, I think I'm fairly happy with that. Let's just save it and take another look at the preview there. Yeah, it's looking the way I want it. The only other thing is I could change that button. Let's change the background to that silly red. So I'm on the button, design, button right there. Here's the background. Let's pop in a red instead of a white. And I guess I could change that text to white. Close out the background. Text is just below there. Yeah, let's just change that color from a black to white. Great. We'll save our changes and do a quick preview. And there we have it. We got our little fixed background image there. We've got that chopped text at the top. We've got our little red borders going on with some text there and a call to action button. And that's pretty cool. Like I say, it's just one of 7 chopped text layouts they got for you there. As you can see, really easy to import and use and customize to your own needs. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. Don't forget, this link will be down below the video. Just click on it, it'll take you to this page. Get them downloaded. Here it is on the front end. So once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great